Who gives this beautiful, gorgeous bride away? And what is your name? And what is your relationship to this beautiful bride? Is it your desire that she be joined together today in matrimony with this gorgeous bride, Rosibel, right? If you want to do the flowers, could you hold your hands? If you want to join hands together. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to celebrate the Blessed Union between this gorgeous bride, Rosibel, and this gorgeous bride, Angie, in matrimony. This is the single highest commitment that two human beings can possibly make to each other. It is not something ever to be entered into lightly. Sure. You not just join your lives together as wife and wife, but the lives of your entire families as well. Thus, if there's any person here who has any reason whatsoever to believe why these two people should not be joined together in matrimony, please speak now or forever hold your peace. And to you, Rosibel, take this gorgeous bride, Angie, to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold, for better and for worse, for richer and for poorer, in sickness and in health, till death do you part. Okay. And we'll all say it. And likewise, and to you, Angie, take this gorgeous bride, Rosibel, to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold, for better and for worse, for richer and for poorer, in sickness and in health, till death do you part. Very good. Do you have the rings? Now the rings that you both know. Form the shape of a circle, and apart from being a whole lot easier to wear when your left ring fingers fast to your lives, they also form the unbroken circle of love. The two human beings, just like you, who are getting married today, should have for each other. Beautiful ring, but not as pretty as you are. And embracing hands, and the gratitude into her gorgeous eyes, and repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed. I didn't know you could say in Spanish. But with this ring, I thee wed. I, Rosibel, to always honor you, to always respect you, to always listen to you, to always be patient with you, and stop me and listen to you, to always be patient with you.
siempre ser paciente contigo.
Esa misma cosa para ella también, okay? And you always be your best friend. And lovely wedded wife. Okay. Y la misma cosa. If you would put the ring on your left ring finger. I have extra super glue in my car if you need it. And embracing hands. Look right into her eyes and repeat after me.
Que me mires a los ojos y repitas después de ella.
I will say it. You can say it. Yeah, but I will say it. You say it. With this ring, I, thee wed. I, Angie. Take thee, Rosibel, to be my lawfully wedded wife. I promise to always love you, to always honor you, to always respect you, to always listen to you, es más difícil para usted, to always be patient with you,
siempre ser paciente contigo,
and to always be your best friend and lawfully wedded wife. Muy bien. Now, Rosibel and Angie, I can tell you both something.
Yeah.
In a marriage, you can be one of two things.
En el matrimonio puede ser una de dos cosas.
You can be right or you can be married.
Y se puede estar correcto o puede estar casado.
But you cannot and will not ever be both. Nunca, nunca, nunca.
Pero nunca vamos a hacer las dos cosas.
Wives, put each other first.
Las esposas se ponen primero siempre.
Let the small stuff go.
Dejar las cosas pequeñas ir.
Put your egos aside.
Con tu ego al lado.
99.9% of it, it's all small stuff.
El 99.9% son cosas muy pequeñas.
There are so many things that you can both choose to bicker, argue, nitpick, and fight about.
Dice que va a haber muchas cosas de cual podemos nosotros encontrar para pelearnos.
Over 1,001 things in a day if you try.
1001 de cosas si tratamos en un día.
Some people say that today, the day that you get married,
Algunas personas dicen que hoy en el día que se casamos
is the best and most difficult part of ever getting married.
es el día, es la parte más dificultosa de casarse.
But it's not today.
Pero no es hoy.
It's the day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year of crossing that bridge together.
Dice que es al otro día, la siguiente semana, el siguiente mes, el siguiente año, que cruzamos cada vez.
When the going gets tough, the tough don't simply get going. When the going gets tough, like when things get difficult, the tough don't simply get going.
Dice que cuando las cosas se ponen dificultosas, simplemente no va a ser.
They sit back down together and listen to each other. Even when all they feel like doing is talking, or perhaps sometimes not talking. They compromise, even when they won't throw away. And they work it out. If you can do these things, you will look back many years from now and have had a very happy and successful and fulfilling marriage. Can and will you both do these things? Just last few quick pieces of advice. I promise to keep it very short. You are both still very young, but I tell this even to couples in their 80s and 90s and 100s. I've been married people for many years, so I've got plenty of those couples too. Maybe able to see. There will come times in your lives when you both encounter obstacles, problems, difficulties that are too great. Too big, too troublesome to solve on your own. Or together as a couple. Don't worry. Every single couple goes through this at least once, usually many times over their lives. Never ever hesitate to go find an outside objective here. Like a minister or licensed counselor. Somebody not involved in the situation. He's had the training, the education, and the experience to be able to work through these things together successfully, because it can be done. Some people say that seeking help when you need it. It's a sign of weakness. Al contrario, seeking help when you need it is not a sign of weakness. It's a definite sign of both wisdom and maturity. Also, watch your finances. Cuidado con dinero, see? The number one thing on average that couples fight about is dinero. Okay? And also, put aside for an emergency fund, if you haven't already, as quickly as you can, because you never know when an emergency could happen. And you're both still very young now, but if you haven't already done so, you may have put aside for retirement. Because one day, we're all going to be older and you're not going to want to work or be able to work. And that day will come much sooner than you think it will. See, as Malo put it, as and also, watch your social media.
Watch out for social media?
Yeah, and your friends, your acquaintances, your work colleagues. There are so many people out there that could care less than zero about your marriage. See, hay malditos malos, no? They are just thinking about one or two very temporary things that never, ever last. And go on a date night at least once a week. I know things get so busy with work, school, hobbies, travel, family, friends, kids, all that stuff. But if you don't take that time just for the two of you, doing something that you both enjoy. I've seen so many couples start here close together. And 5, 10, 15 years later, they're completely opposite directions because they never spent time with each other. And lastly, there's a very old saying that applies to both of you. If you forget everything else I've told you today, remember this. Happy wife, happy life.
I know that.
Sí, todos los días. Before you do say or think a single thought in your mind, both of you ask yourselves, will this make my beautiful life happy? And if the answer is no, don't do it. Now I have checked both of my cell phones just before we started. There's been no text message, no phone call, no pardon from the government or the president. This is your last chance to back out. Do you both wish to proceed? the state of Oklahoma. It is my honor, my duty, and indeed my great privilege to officially pronounce you both as beautiful wife and beautiful wife. Yes. Oh, we don't have to kiss each other.
We don't. Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to kiss each other.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, well, then I present to you the happily